Nice fit.
Thank you. Thank you. I got this yesterday. I had
The whole thing?
the whole thing. Oh, no. I had this shirt originally, but I got 2 sets of overalls and several other outfits because I had a party to go to, and it was forest themed. So I was like,
it's
what's
not.
more
It wasn't Minion themed.
I know. I don't look like a minion, do I?
No,
Do I look like a minion?
a little. I mean, the black overalls are like.
I have blue ones that I could have been wearing.
You
I don't
could've
think I
done
look like
blue.
a minion.
But the yellow top is like.
I don't know. Whatever the you think, bro. What? What? Potassium. Bro, we just started the show. I gotta stay in the zone. What the are you laughing at?
And the glasses.
Well, these are prescription. They're not prescription. Welcome back, everyone, to Despicable Me.
So then I told her, "You're not my wife, you're my cousin." Classic. Classic. Well, I don't know what you guys think about heart medication, but I'm kind of like, who needs it, you know? Yeah, no, I really hate heart medication. It's just like, keep taking it. Take your medication. It helps your condition. It's like,
Take your fucking meds.
all right, thanks. It's like, what am I, your dog? Don't tell me what to do. I'm an American.
Is that a joke? Are you taking your medication?
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to address this right now. Can you?
Listen, bro, you gotta take your meds. This isn't like a joke. This isn't funny. You just gotta like take care of yourself.
This was a
man.
comedy
Like,
show, buddy.
geez.
These are just jokes. All right? Like you don't have to. I'm not engaging with you.
What is this even about? This
You
is
just sit there and listen. Okay? This is like the easiest thing you could do. Just hang out.
Are
okay?
you taking your meds?
No, I'm
Okay, so you're not taking your medication.
not taking my heart medication.
Take your meds.
I'm not taking my heart medication. I don't like it, and I'm talking about it. So just let me kind of do my thing here, and maybe you'll understand why I'm not taking
I don't
it.
know what else to say. Take your meds. I'm not heckling right now. I'm just telling you, as a fellow human being to another, that you need to take your meds.
It tastes bad.
What do you mean it tastes? You're supposed to swallow
It tastes bad. I don't like the way it feels in my mouth.
It just tastes like nothing. You're supposed to take it with water.
It's chalky. It's really gross in my mouth. Every time I chew it up, it stresses me out. It tastes gross. I hate it.
Take your meds.
Fuck you. Don't tell me what to fucking do. I'm so tired of this country. Everybody always tells me I have to take my heart medication. I'll take my medication if I want to take my medication.
your
It's my
meds.
goddamn
Take
right as
your
an
meds.
American to
Take
not take
your
my
meds.
fucking
What are you
medication.
doing?
And if you tell me that I have to take it, then,
Oh, now you're having a heart attack. Great. Okay. Awesome. Great. What? Die on stage. Why don't you? Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll clap for that. I'll laugh at that.
You kind of look like a minion at a farmer's market.
I look like
you're like organic minion.
I look like if Elton John had a baby with a minion. Do you want some of the banana?
I have my Invisalign in. I can't have any.
You wear Invisalign while you talk? Do you not have like
While
a
I
lisp?
talk?
Do you not have like a lisp?
I think no. You just like learn how to talk around it.
Say Sally sells
seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked peppers.
Okay,
Peter
but
Piper
the
picked peppers.
I'm not talking about them. This is gonna be unlistenable.
I will have-
eating a banana next to the mic. Talk about something really dark and serious, so I can munch on this banana to like a really like you're opening up to me.
Oh, Well, I was I was 12 years old, and you know, it was.
Yeah, no, it was tough. What were you talking about? Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
I can't even. We're not putting this in. This is unlistenable.
Not if we make it into a bit.
I'm not putting you munching on a banana directly into the microphone on this. Stop breathing so hard. Stop.
I have to my mouth is taking up. That's one half of my breathing. That's one half of the respiratory system.
No,
that
actually-
is cut off by a banana.
Why don't you don't wanna mouth breathe while you're eating the banana?
Okay. One might say that we're too close to each other.
We're in
One might say that we're
too close.
too close of contact.
Contact? Sorry, were we supposed to coordinate sips on that? I wasn't paying
Okay, let's
attention.
talk about this show. Right? So, close contact. Is that a pandemic thing? Was that created because I know the show started in the pandemic? Was that created?
I
because-
think it was okay. So for the lore, I think it was the idea probably did generate out of the pandemic because we had the idea like when that was still happening. It was kind of just like we were like hadn't really settled on an idea. Jake and I, we were like, I don't really know what we want to call it, and then like while we were discussing the name, like I was like, well, I kind of like close contact. Like Jake just like looks at me, lifts up a cheek, puts the mic down, and rips one
Really?
into the mic. And we were like, that's close contact. So it was
Wow. So it started
Yes.
because of a
it was
fart.
it was a fart joke.
Jesus Christ. I remember when we first started, I was convinced that the name Close Contact would never work. And I
mean,
like kept trying to subtly
It's
hint
not
that like
it's not an amazing name.
I like it. The more
but-
and more I hear it, the more and more I'm like Close Contact. Like it's
the farther we move from the pandemic, the more original
exactly
it
yeah.
becomes.
When it was like right after the pandemic, it was kind of like why do we still have this name? But now it works because nobody associates it with the pandemic
Exactly.
as much anymore.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's was relevant, stopped being relevant, and then
it's
came
come back
relevant again.
Like
so
rollerblading.
yeah, ideally, like rollerblading.
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
It's
good.
back. It's back.
Ideally, at some point when we have the ad revenue and money to make a physical set, I want it to be like us really close together in like
Yeah,
the
like-
plywood set, and there's just like dead nothing on either side. So like the name Close Contact is just like
we
because
literally,
we were
we literally
squished-
like can't move.
yeah, we cannot move. The desk is really small. It like looks like a room in a house, but it's just like
Yeah.
way too narrow.
That becomes we just drop everything else we're doing, and that becomes the whole bit.
Yeah.
Is that we can't
Yeah.
move. We're like
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
I have to pee.
Well,
No,
then it
well,
would
hold it.
Then I think it'd be funny because it would be a 4:3 aspect ratio, but it would be like literally in real life, like
Yeah,
either
we're
side
like-
is black, like because there's nothing there.
Dude, we could just crop out the sides to make our YouTube shorts. It would just be like
Yeah.
us in the box.
It would be funny to make like vertical shorts more narrow. Like
Yeah,
you're
like
watching a YouTube short and then we're just like,
we're both squeezed into the frame.
this is really uncomfortable.
Can't move.
I can't move. Guys, there are blacks. If I enter the black on either side of me, that part of me disappears from existence. So we gotta stay
surrounded-
in frame.
I'm surrounded by the void.
I'm sorry. Please don't let me enter the void.
Okay, well, we do have a variety of ideas and topics for the day. We'll do some history corner again. We decided to continue that
Great
series.
topics for History Corner.
I like learning about history, and Jordan wants to use his degree, obviously. So that's a win-win. And we'll do. I think we're gonna try to continue reacting to some other content because, as we've said before, why make your own? It's already been made. It's already been made. Just react to it.
Why make something good when you can criticize other people trying to make something good?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Careers are built on that. Jay Leno,
Yelp.
Jerry Seinfeld, you know.
Uh,
What's the deal with people I don't like? That's my favorite Jerry Seinfeld bit.
What's the deal with modern content creators?
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I will say, like, eventually, well, actually, I hope we never reach here. But I will say I've noticed, and tell me if I've already brought this up, but like a lot of content creators that I used to watch, like, have this arc where they reach their peak moment where they've achieved enough financial stability that they can live out all of the ideas, the creative ideas they've had, and they're early on enough that they have all these creative ideas to bring to life. And so there's this like peak moment where they go from kind of building up of like what we're doing right now, where they're like super creative, but they're limited by their finances. And then as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they reach a point where it's like, now I can finally do all the things I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then after they hit that point, it starts to become like, well, what do I do now? Like there's nothing left for me to do. I did it. I did the thing. And then they just start making reaction videos. And that's that's just what happens. Like that because I think, and my theory is, not only does it become, well, I have all these creative ideas, I do them, and now I'm kind of out of ideas. They also turn themselves into a business, essentially.
Yeah.
Because they're no longer independent creators. They actually have a team and like people they're paying to help them produce this content. You can't just do things on demand anymore. You have to regularly produce things. And the only way to like consistently ensure that you have content to put out is just react to other content, because there will always be other content being produced. It's
That
just a
or
matter of
hire
time.
people to literally take your job and do it for you.
Oh, yeah, like literally what
satellite podcast where we're like, oh, we're taking a break from Close Contact. We got to focus on our TV show. So your new hosts are...
No. I mean, but that's also literally that's what late night is.
Yeah.
Like, late night hosts don't write their own jokes, or they don't exclusively write them. They have a whole team.
I just like shows where like the cast remains consistent over year.
Yeah.
Like SNL. Like I really like... I like the U.S. government, the Senate. It has relatively the same people.
It's why I watch
since the
C-SPAN
1960s.
so much. Is that I'm like,
dude, C-SPAN is my favorite TV show.
It is kind of the greatest.
Drama.
Oh god, just those silences in between, just all the I, nay.
Speaking. Anyways, you went to San Francisco.
I
right?
did go to San Francisco for a work trip, and I just had like a series of weird and odd events happen to me on the way there and back.
Wait, did you go to San Francisco or San Jose?
Oh, San Diego.
San Diego.
Oops, I already forgot.
I think they should switch out the sans and the city names so it sounds like an anime. Diego-san. Francisco-san.
Oh, Francisco-san.
An anime, but it's all Californian cities. What would be the personalities of all these anime characters? What does san even mean in Japanese? I don't think it means anything.
I don't know.
I don't think
it's
so.
like, I think it's just a term that you use. Do you use it to refer to someone who's like older
It means
than you?
honorable or dear.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
works. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah. So
some-
Francisco-san would be like
Okay, they're like the hot volleyball
oh
player.
yeah. They're the really hot volleyball player. They're like fit. They're cool.
And
they're
got
very
like a wolf
alternative.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, whatever.
Yeah. And then Jose-san is just rich.
Jose-san, yeah. He's got like, he shows up to school in the like white tux.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're
when
like,
he's-
oh, his parents are so like
He's the
own-
Flash Thompson. He's Flash
Exact- yeah,
Thompson
yeah.
Of,
And then-
of the anime world.
What other
Francisco-san?
San
Did we do
Francisco? We did that. San Jose.
It's Diego.
Diego-san.
Diego-san. I think that's our protagonist.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
That's like Yeah, he's like
The everyman, like
the everyman, but like underlyingly, like he's like adventurous and like a leader, but like forced into power against his will.
I
Like,
really want to see this anime set in America now.
Are there more
That's like
Sans? Jose?
We did San Jose.
Jose, Diego, Francisco.
Tropez. French. The French exchange student.
That's good. That's really good.
Okay, so
That's
you went
good.
to San.
Okay.
You went to San.
I went to Diego-san.
Diego-san.
Diego-san. Yes, I did go to Diego-san. And there was just like random things that kept happening to me. So on the way over, I was at SeaTac, and I sat next to this family that had a baby, and the baby was like, maybe it was more like just pre-toddler, where it's kind of learning how to speak still, and the only thing it could say is, "I'm too fat."
What?
So it's just like running around. I was like, "I'm too fat. I'm too fat."
The
Fucking killing me.
internalized body shaming already in this country. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was so
Was
funny.
the baby fat? Important question. Was it too fat?
Was it too fat?
Yeah.
No, I don't think babies can be too fat. Like, the babies are supposed to be fat, and I don't think it was that fat anyways, if I'm being honest. I was a really fat baby, but I think that's what you're supposed to do as a baby. I think you're supposed to be fat so you can grow.
Yeah.
Right?
You grow outwards before you grow taller.
that's literally
That's
how
why
it
I've been
works.
trying to get even bigger so I'll grow taller
Go
someday.
up.
Yeah. We're going
I mean,
from
that's like, I think that's normal growth though, because that's what happened to me. Like when I hit puberty, is like you go wide and then you get stretched out. Like, is that not normal? I mean, I guess some people go that way, but I don't know. Anyways.
I always get very sad when somebody call like people 5'9" short, and I'm like, oh my god,
what is the average height? 5'9"? 5'10"?
it's around 5'9", 5.
Oh yeah, for like the U.S. or for the world?
I don't know, Levi. I'm not a fucking encyclopedia.
I don't know. You seem to be concerned about the averages. I don't know. I'm not checking. I just know I'm above it.
Okay, so you saw Fat Baby.
So I saw Fat Baby. Oh, the baby also. So you know how the airport seats are like leaned up against each other like that? The baby kept crawling underneath the seats and standing up in between them and then going dong 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 dong, like slamming its head back and forth between the seats.
What were the parents doing in all of this?
Just hanging out. Well, one of them, they were like trying to get the baby to like come out from underneath there, but it's like, you know, fucking baby, you know, baby's gonna do what baby's gonna do. Anyways, that was really great. And then on the plane, I sat next to a guy. All of these stories are just people that I've sat next to, basically. The whole trip, or people that I were
It's
next
like
to.
a Alice in Wonderland, Dumb and Dumber road trip movie where odd characters pop up along the way.
Basically. So I sat next to this guy on
And
the
maybe
plane.
at the end, you'll learn a little something.
No. Okay. There's no lesson. There's no lesson. I sat next to a guy on the plane who was watching those like Russian life hack videos, you know, the ones that are like, here's how to make a concrete pot or whatever the fuck it is. And then he was like watching them, and then he would like go over to his notes app and then like write them down. Like he was gonna like try them out later. Like,
Was this like the kind where they like put a bunch of like ramen noodles on top of a chair and then shave it down and then repaint it so you can't tell that there's a zucchini inside?
it's literally like the most useless shit. Or like, it's like how to make a clothes hanger out of 90 safety pins or something. It's like, why the fuck would you do that?
He is the target audience.
It's
When we talk
him.
about who watches
him.
these videos and do these hacks, you met one of
That
them.
one guy. And here's the best part. We're on the plane and he's watching them, which means he paid Wi-Fi. He paid for Wi-Fi to watch these mid-flight. Like it's a pressing business issue.
How How much was the Wi-Fi? Because then that
I
means
didn't try to
he
buy
could
it.
have just bought a clothes hanger. Like, that's the funny part. Is with the money he's spending on Wi-Fi to look at these hacks, he could just get the product as his.
Oh my god. That was ridiculous.
As an accountant, that is very sad to me.
That was great. I had a cool Uber driver, which was pretty cool. She was like, dude, she was super old and she was decked in tattoos. She had like,
Oh wow.
she had crazy tattoos. Like one was like a spider like crawling down the side of her face.
Whoa.
And
How
like,
old was she?
Oh, like at least 70. And it was crazy.
Okay.
She, like, and I don't know. I mean,
Or 40 and a smoker.
or 40 and a smoker. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they held up really well. Like that's what I hope. Is I don't think she was still getting tattoos at her age, because I know that it's also really hard to tattoo like older skin. Like it's just
Yeah.
like harder to do that. But that was just another interesting character. And then at the hotel, I like got there and just started doing work to set up, and then I went up to my room, and literally like the second I stepped into my hotel room, the people in the door next over just started having incredibly loud sex, and it's like 4 p.m. So I'm like, all right, dog, like
Dude, you just like set the mood. They heard that door open.
that door
They're
open.
like,
And here's that's not the crazy part though. The crazy part is the sex playlist they had going was literally it alternated between polka and
no, it did not have polka.
and Cher. It was the same Cher song, and it would be like they would like play a polka song and then play a Cher song. And then a new polka song, and then back to the same one by Cher. And you might be wondering, you might be thinking, Levi, do you know a lot of Cher?
Yeah, that was my main
No,
question.
the playlist was just loud enough for me to Shazam it. And so, and I had video editing to do, so I just sat down on the bed, put my headphones on, and then started editing. And then like every few minutes, I would just be like, "Are they done? Nope, still polka." And just like
Still
go back to my.
Well, the great thing about polka is that it sets the rhythm and the tempo.
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
set.
It's a strong pacing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Boom,
What,
doom, boom, doom, boom, doom, boom, doom.
yeah, that accordion. Oh my god. Right. Oh, I did forget. Before that, I was waiting in line to check in to the hotel, and it's a pretty long line. It's this, and the room to check in, or the desk to check in, it's in this massive hallway. I stayed at the I can't remember. I don't even want to say it, but it's a big ass
You
hotel.
stayed at Hyatt,
Okay.
which is so general. That
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't ever want to promote any company that's not
sponsoring
me.
us.
That's not. Yeah, exactly.
Hyatt, please sponsor us. We will tell about all the polka, share, and sexual deviancy that occurs in your hotel rooms.
So the Hyatt San Diego is like, there's two buildings. Like it's two massive hotel buildings, and they're connected by this like big hallway, huge. Like the ceilings, I don't even know. They're like 40 feet high or something. It's just ridiculous. And so right in the middle of this massive like marble hallway is the check-in desk, and there's only one person working there, so the line's crazy long. Mm-hmm. I get in line. This couple gets in line behind me, and literally the whole time that we're in line, they're just talking about how they're about to go have sex. Like the entire and
What is going on at this hotel?
I know. And the guy just kept slapping his girlfriend's ass literally like 30 times while we're in line. And because we're in this massive hallway, it's like echoing.
The echo.
Like it's like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like,
That's some good
Jesus.
acoustics on that butt there.
I know, right?
Oh, wow.
No, but I was just like, I was like so uncomfortable because it's happening like right here, like right
Yeah.
there. And I'm just like, God, please, like, just please stop, please.
Yeah.
And it just kept, it's just like so
So this is
so
this is
weird.
literally the first 12 hours that all of this
This is like
happened
the
in.
first like 6. This is just
God.
yeah. So that was just really weird. Oh yeah. Also, I went on the last day of Comic-Con. So
You went to Comic-Con?
I didn't go, but just I went to San Diego the last day of Comic-Con, and Comic-Con is happening like 2 blocks away from the hotel. So most
I believe
of the
it's called
Comic-Con.
Comic-On.
Oh, my bad. Comic-On. Most of the people, or a lot of them at least, are staying at this hotel. So like, but it's the last day, so there's not quite as many of them. It was
Well,
just
that explains the people having sex to polka music.
polka, right?
Yeah.
Yes, all
Comic-Con.
on the Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
Yes. It was so funny because like half the people at the hotel, maybe even 3/4, are like normally dressed, and then some guy will come down in like an archangel suit with like a massive wings and like a staff, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? It was actually pretty funny, especially when you started to go farther away from Comic-Con, because the concentration of people in cosplay decreased to where you would just occasionally see like one guy in the middle of a crowd like dressed
That's so
up
awkward,
as an
yeah.
anime character. It's
Jesus.
so funny. I was like, oh look, you're weird again. You've rejoined society and you're weird. It was pretty funny.
Did you say that to
no, I just
okay.
thought it in my head. They didn't need to be bullied anymore. 2 other things happened. One of them was I had to do some stage managing for the event that I was working. And the specific job that I did is basically after the speakers came off, they would walk backstage and I would be like, okay, here's how we're going to get out. Because it's in a hotel, right? So it's kind of like you kind of got to go through the back alleyways or whatever. And you'll enjoy this because you're a history major. But I was taking this one speaker off stage and I was like, all right, let's go this way, sir. And I opened the door for him and walking through basically the back of the hotel. And as we were walking, he goes, I feel like Bobby Kennedy.
That's a killer reference,
And I was like-
literally.
He was like, and then after a second, I didn't say anything. He was like, "You're too young to understand that he was killed in the back of a hotel." And
I would
was
have
like,
laughed very hard at that, Levi.
I know, but like, bro, this is my first time ever working an event, and this is a high-ranking person from the company that I'm talking to. And
I
was
should
like,
have been there, Levi. I would have climbed the ranks.
would've-
I would have been a music producer today.
Sorry.
This
but I was
is
just
why
like,
Jordan's history corner
We
is
should have covered this.
essential.
I know. we
I
messed
actually
that
have
up.
a very good presentation on the
Yeah.
Bobby Kennedy assassination and a conspiracy theory
Lovely.
about it. That
well,
is.
I was
unknown.
taken aback after he explained that, so I was just like, well, good luck. And I just like opened the door and like I just didn't know what to say. It caught me so off guard. Oh yeah. Oh, and the last thing that happened is on the very last night I was staying there. I was up late again just doing some editing, and I heard the neighbors, same people, come back, and so I just took my headphones off because I thought they were at my door for a second. I was just
Took a glass out, put it against the wall.
yeah, and just started Shazamming. No, I I thought they were at my door, so I opened it up and then I realized it was the neighbors. And then before I put my headphones back on, I recognized the voice, and it was one of my coworkers. And it took me half. I was like, oh, that's really awkward. And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, they were literally just telling me about their partner who's not on this trip with them. And I was like, oh my God. And I just had this like deep sinking fear for like 30 seconds. And then I realized, I was like, oh, they actually flew in late. So that was someone else. I was like,
And then the polka music started playing.
And then the polka started again.
Keep it down in there.
Yeah,
You can
I
add in
would've-
sound effects.
No, I almost freaked out for a second. That was really terrifying.
I thought
was
you
like,
were about to out your coworker as a
No,
manipulative
no.
cheater on the
No, I
podcast
know,
and
yeah,
keep
that-
it in.
That would have been
and
great.
then
Huh?
get fired.
No, I would not do that. Would I get fired for that?
I feel like it would be an HR
It wouldn't
issue.
be. Yeah, it probably wouldn't look good.
Only
Anyways,
if
it wasn't them.
Only if this gets views.
Oh yeah.
By the way, smash that like button.
Hammer that.
Pound that like button to Polka.
Rupture. Just rupture that.
Just I want the notifications bell to have internal bleeding from how hard you hit it.
Beat the subscribe button to a pulp. Yeah. Something like that.
That sounds like a very fun trip.
So,
is that
yeah.
is that everything?
I think that's about everything that was out of the ordinary.
Nice.
Yeah, I ate a lot of muffins. That's not that exciting. It's not that crazy.
Were the muffins like
No, they're just muffins.
weird or
no,
okay?
just putting that
Nice.
in there.
Nice,
Just putting that
nice.
out there. Yeah, that was my very first work trip. So pretty weird, if I'm being honest. It was weird,
Yeah.
but fun.
Well, I hope you can go back to Diego-san one day
Diego-san.
and wistfully edit by the cherry blossoms. Welcome
Wow.
back.
Now I feel like Bobby Kennedy. No, I don't know.
That doesn't mean anything. You feel like that was
You have to tell me. You have
it
to
should
tell
have
me
been
the
a
reference.
Chappaquiddick reference.
Oh,
That would have
Chappaquiddick,
been
I would've gone
one of the
with
other Kennedy.
Thelma and
was
Louise.
it Teddy Kennedy?
Thelma and Louise.
I think it was Ted Kennedy.
But those are not real people. You can't Google this. You have to be a. You have to.
There
you have
are
to
a
know
lot of
it.
Kennedys. I just want to make sure I'm right in saying that it was Ted
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Which one died? Which one died in the car? The
He didn't die. Yeah, it was Ted Kennedy. He drove off the side of the road with his girlfriend in it, and then left her there, and then just didn't call the police. Just like bye bye.
Yeah.
So great family.
yeah.
Anyone who has time, look up Rosemary Kennedy too. That's a great story.
Okay. Yeah.
Should we do a history
Should we
corner?
do history? Yeah. Let's do history corner.
We've been teetering on the edge of history corner this whole time.
Yeah.
Ever since the Bobby Kennedy thing. We will do a Bobby Kennedy history corner.
All right.
I promise you now, because I already have that researched. Do you know anything about the president who was president immediately after the assassination of John F. Kennedy?
The vice president? No, I don't.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
I've heard of him.
You've heard of him?
I've heard of him.
Okay. Johnson's a really fascinating guy. And we're not going to dive too deep into his presidency because there's a lot to cover. Obviously, the entire 1960s, basically. But looking into his life, he grew up in a relatively poor family. He went to Texas University. Sort of got involved into politics, and there are some years of his life that are known as the lost period, where he just drifted around with 5 friends doing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
And then somehow he gets involved with politics, and the way he did it was he was really good at getting people to do what he wanted, and he was really good at blackmailing people, and he was really driven. The man just never stopped. One interesting thing is that he actually went into a wartime battle as a senator, just because he wanted to prove that he had military experience.
Wow.
As sort of a chip to show to everybody else that yeah, I'm for realsies with this. Because he wasn't born into politics.
Yeah.
Which is usually how a lot of people go into it. So he did a lot of work in he signed the Civil Rights Act. He was actually a pretty liberal president, but it's the 1960s. He's the president.
Yeah.
He's not great by today's liberal standards.
Sure.
So what I want to talk about today is his obsession with his penis. Johnson had a big Johnson, as far as we know. He, as a power
as far as
move-
we know, have we not checked?
I could not find any definitive sources about the size and or length. So that we do not know. Okay. However,
How do we have Rasputin and Napoleon's penis and not Lyndon B. Johnson?
This is a good point. They should all be together in a set.
Yeah.
So we're going to end this with a presidential call, which will tie it all together so you can see the proof of the kind of man he was.
Okay.
But some stories are he continuously had meetings on the toilet. So he would be talking to his aides and he'd be like, okay. And then he'd keep talking and then he'd walk into the bathroom and start pooping and peeing and just keep talking. He had a phone installed in the toilet and would just have calls in it. So there was
in the background.
Yeah.
Just
I couldn't find it, but I found a transcript of a call he had with one of his aides, and then it says like at this point you hear a toilet flushing in the bathroom in the background, which I think is so funny. So after a 1964 presidential campaign event, he invited a White House reporter onto Air Force One to hold an interview, and it was really hot inside the plane. So he started to take off his shirt, and then he took off his pants, and then he took off his underwear and just gave the interview completely naked to this White House reporter, which his only cover was a towel, which he used to make gestures emphasizing his points instead of wrapping around his waist. So he's holding a towel, and he's like, "Now I think about this." Completely naked. Can you imagine interviewing Biden, and then like throughout the conversation he just slowly starts undressing like more and more until he's completely buck naked. So all of these though I can't find. They're taken from biographies about Johnson, so they come from historians, but I can't find firsthand accounts of them, and a lot of them have been mythologized. So the main thing that I would like to take as like hard evidence of this behavior is the phone call, which we'll get into later.
Okay.
For example, this one I think may be a bit exaggerated because I've seen different accounts everywhere, but allegedly a journalist during a White House press conference was like asking him to justify the continuation of the Vietnam War. And he said, like, could all the ladies leave the room? And all the ladies did. And he whipped out his penis and he said, "That's why," and wiggled it around.
What?
Yeah. And he called it.
That's not even a good point.
I saw people trying to figure out what he meant, and I think that's so funny because at the end of the day, this is just a power move. Like it is just like, to exert his power and say, "I can do this." But then everybody else tries to interpret it and process it. And so like, does he mean like it's because he has a big? Is it because like America is like meant to be standoffish? Is like nobody knew what it meant.
What does his bush represent? I don't.
So a colleague came into the Capitol bathroom as he was finishing at a urinal there, and he would sometimes just swing around holding his junk, which he liked to call, as I said, jumbo. And said, "Have you ever seen anything as big as this?" And then would shake it in a brandishing manner.
Oh my God.
There was one time where he was like peeing outside and the Secret Service was next to him. And it started like the wind was carried to the Secret Service member's leg. And the Secret Service member is like, I need to find the exact quote. Yeah, he said, "It's my prerogative because I'm president.
It's
like
my
I can
prerogative.
do this." Yeah. So
that's pretty awesome.
One last thing
Now
before
I
we
wanna
jump
be
into
president.
the call. Yeah. One last thing before we jump into the call. He wanted to have the White House shower changed, and he specifically, like, they said, "Man, this is not possible," because he wanted to have a very direct nozzle pointed at his junk, like from the shower.
Like hip height? Like
yes,
hip
he
height
wanted
pointing
it to
out.
be able to just spray directly on there, and they're like, "This is a plumbing nightmare. Like, we cannot do this." And he's like, "We are mobilizing troops in Vietnam. You can do this for me." So.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Sorry, can you imagine Nixon coming in as the next president and then being like, "Why is the shower like that?" He walks into the bathroom. There's a telephone next to the toilet. He's like, "What? Why? What the hell is this?" Like,
That's actually such a funny concept of like the next president coming in and having to deal with the old president's like shit. That's been
yeah,
going
that they just
on. Like,
decided to
why
change.
the fuck is this here? Like that's so funny.
So now we're gonna listen to the phone call, and we will cut this down for the episode, but we will
Okay.
listen to the full thing. Okay. Lyndon B. Johnson is attempting to get new pants. That's all you need to know, and he's calling a pants shop.
Mr. Hager? Yes, Joe Hager. Joe, is your father the one that makes clothes? Yes, sir. They're all together. Y'all made me some real lightweight slacks. He just made up on his own, sent to me 3 or 4 months ago. It's kind of a light brown and a light green, rather soft green and soft brown.
All right, so imagine you are just working at your dad's store and you get a call from the president one day. Okay? And so far, so good. You're like, okay.
Well, does he say that? He doesn't even say he's the president on this call, though.
Yeah,
did he?
they must know
must
him.
have said it
I should have
before.
done a
Oh,
bit
okay.
more research into
They're
that.
real lightweight. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear. I want a couple of, maybe 3 of the light brown.
3 brown.
Kind of a almost powder color, like powder on a lady's face. Then there was some green. and
Some green.
Some of the light pair if you had a blue in there.
Okay, do you know what? Take notes. Write down what LBJ wants.
Okay, he wants 3. Okay, so far he wants 3 of the light browns, and then he wants the green
Yeah. A blue or a
or
black.
black.
And then about 6 pairs.
Or black, they have 1 blue and 1 black. I need about 6 pairs to wear around in the evening when I come in from work. And I need about a half an inch too tight in the waist. Do you recall the exact size? I just wanted to be sure we get it right for you. No, I don't know. You all just guessed at my thing, son, but once you have the measurements there, I can send you a pair. I want them a half an inch larger in the waist than they were before.
Okay. So half an inch larger in the
Okay,
waist.
He wants. Oh God. Okay, he wants 3. Hopefully they've been writing this down.
Yeah.
He wants 3 brown pants, a green, and then a green, a black, and a blue, and he wants it a half inch larger in the waist.
Yeah, 6 in
Okay.
total.
Okay.
Except I want 2 or 3 inches of stuff left back in there so I can take them up. I vary 10 to 15 pounds a month.
My man's
What?
varies 10 to 15 pounds a month.
That's crazy. Okay.
Can you imagine?
How is that even possible? Okay, whatever.
Gaining and losing 15
How do you?
pounds
How is that
every month.
possible?
I don't know. Presidential life.
So leave me at least 2.5, 3 inches in the back.
2.5, 3 inches in the back. In the waist, so he can make them bigger if he wants to.
So he wants them a half inch bigger in the waist, but also 2 to 3 inches bigger in the waist. Or?
Yeah, that he can take out if he wants to.
Okay,
So they should be
okay.
bigger overall, and then also some extra slack that he can take out.
Okay.
Bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least an inch long.
Pockets longer.
My money and my knife, everything falls.
He's carrying around a
My
knife.
knife.
My
My
knife.
knife.
Lyndon B. Johnson carried around
Dude,
a knife.
imagine the president carrying a knife nowadays. Imagine if Biden's just at the stand and just like whips
Butterfly
out a
knife.
butterfly. Yeah.
Rick and Morty design on it or whatever.
Or just Hello. Now, the
I can only
Assume
imagine that in that
something-
pause
Something came into his office and he's like, "Hold on,
he was using President.
Mr. President, the war in Vietnam." Sir, I'm on the phone call ordering my
Remember
pants.
that New Year's attack we had planned in Vietnam that we televised? He's like, hold up,
Hold on.
pants.
It's when you sit down in the chair, the knife and your money comes out. So I needed at least another inch in the pockets. Yeah. Now, another thing with crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So believe me, you never do have much margin there. Let's see if you can leave me about an inch from where the zipper is around under my back to my bunghole.
My bunghole. Okay, hold on. This is already so crazy that it's just immediately in the span of 2 minutes has devolved from like, yes, I would like some pants to be like, I need more room for my fucking cock. Like
It feels like I'm riding a wire fence.
my nuts hang. Bro, LBJ really did let his nuts hang. That's so crazy.
And then the perfectly timed belch just in between the
I
ears.
need
like-
the.
Anyways, you get the idea. That's the
It
highlight.
is so insane to think about the president having just the fact that this phone call took this long. Like nowadays, wouldn't they just have someone to be in charge of?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But LBJ was so He needed to know what he was getting.
What an absolute
What-
character.
An insane man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Jordan's history corner.
It is kind of interesting to think about when it comes to politics. Like, the people that you want to be in charge may not be the people that are most likely to win. In that, like, it's just an interesting thing because you have to obviously become elected, and you can be really good at your job as a politician, but the whole election thing, it's like a completely separate skill.
Yeah.
Like, it's a completely and it's just like for this little period that you have to get right, and then everything after that is like your actual job, right?
Yeah.
So like you can crush the election cycle, and then when it comes to the actual running of whether it's a country or a county or whatever it is, like it's so weird that like that is how we like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just really
this
odd.
Interesting lapse in how tests and examinations of character don't really mean anything.
Yeah,
So like
like-
for example, doing well in the SAT doesn't mean you're smart. It just means you're good at taking the SAT.
Right, exactly.
Like doing good at being elected doesn't mean you're a great politician. It just means you're really good at getting elected.
Yeah.
And that's literally all that matters to get to that point, which is why it's so good. But there's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know what you're supposed to do there. Like, all you can do is, well, and I think also it gets even trickier because, especially nowadays, the like election, if you think about where we like may have started in terms of like the election cycle in terms to now, like there's just so much more, there's so many more things at play when it comes to like not only building yourself up, but like tearing down your opponent, and then all the like misinformation that's also cycling. So it's like the elections just seem more wild than ever.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Elections have always been wild. It's all relative. One of the great things that researching history does is it humanizes everything.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that everything is always the same. I've said this many times. It's my main thesis that everything is always the same. The texture pack just changes.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So they say.
And they say you have to learn it so you know how to not repeat it. It's like, no, it's going to repeat itself anyways. You just should know because it's kind of interesting. It makes you feel a lot less like everything.
Oh, we already did this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, this is always the way it is. So, yeah.
Not
Anyways,
too bad.
let's actually do what this show is.
Let's try some. Yeah, let's try some comedy here. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what this podcast is. if you didn't pick up on that,
We don't know what we're doing.
we don't know what's happening.
Background changes every episode.
We are like, are we doing improv? Are we doing sketches? Are we revealing personal secrets about ourselves on the internet? We're not quite sure.
Is this a reaction channel now?
Is it a reaction? Exactly. Yeah.
We're just waiting. We're throwing so much spaghetti at that wall. It is. We are baking.
Nothing has stuck. We've stuck with nothing so
Gallons
far.
of spaghetti are being thrown.
We thought we had this green screen thing, and we were like, this is us now. We're the green screen podcast. And then we're like, oh, but that wall looks so pretty. Maybe
Yeah.
we should just do that. I mean, it's covered now. So as you can tell, we're doing just random things. So I have some ideas to make the podcast
Okay.
more exciting.
I'm
and
ready.
I want to hear what your thoughts
Okay.
are on them. So I'm just going to list them out, and then we can chat about them, or you can give the instant no,
Yeah.
whatever you're feeling. I'm not stuck on anything. Okay. Here's number one. Do the podcast while skydiving.
No.
Okay, that was really all I had. No, I'm just kidding. All right. All right. Do the podcast underwater.
How?
Okay, next one. Do the podcast on jet skis.
I'm sorry. Is this green eggs and ham? Are you just gonna keep
Do you like the
suggesting
jet
that we
ski
do
idea or not?
the podcast in a boat? Or I will not. Could not do it underwater. I would not. Could not do it skydiving.
Okay, fine. All right. Do you want to do it on jet skis or not?
Jet skis does sound cool.
Jet
Do you have a
skis
jet
does
ski?
sound Not yet.
Okay, we're gonna have to
Not
save
yet.
that until we have a jet ski. What's your next suggestion?
Okay. One of us has a gun.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. We figured it out.
That's it. Okay, yes.
Okay, one of us has a gun. Which one?
It changes episode by episode.
And neither of us know.
Yeah. We will each get a mystery box before the episode. We'll open it up and one of them will have a gun and the other will have like nothing.
Just me up to you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what'd you get? Okay. We put more knives around the studio.
We can do that one right now.
We could put a couple
Okay.
knives around here.
You see, I like this idea. This is nice. I look like Chucky now.
You do look like
Yeah.
Chucky.
Child's play.
Mine feels like a little bit
What
smaller.
are your other ideas? I'm gonna just keep brandishing
Okay.
this. It's
Okay.
like if one of us has a gun, one of us has a knife. So it evens itself out.
Never bring a gun to a knife fight.
Don't be unsafe with knives. Is all I'll say. All right, go on.
I am not confident about this idea the longer you hold
What do
the
you mean?
knife.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my cuticles. All right. What's the next idea?
Okay. We hire.
What?
Don't
I had to
point
adjust.
the-
I had to move it
don't-
around the mic.
Don't
This.
point
Look at
the
this.
fucking knife at me.
I'm not gonna stab you with it. You're several feet away from me.
I'm like 1 foot away from you.
We're in close contact. It's what happens.
Yeah.
Now
okay.
go on.
Okay. We hire a hitman to kill us, and we hire a second hitman to kill the first hitman.
I really like that
and
idea,
we see who
actually.
gets there first.
That's actually a great idea for the show idea we have.
Yeah,
That'd be really good. Yeah, no,
we'll
that's
do that
good.
one. Okay. Next idea. We hire a private detective to follow my ex-wife to prove she's an alcoholic, so I can get custody of my children back.
I like that.
I think that I'm a fan of
Problem
that
is,
one.
you don't have a wife or kids.
Damn. Okay. Well, we'll hold on to that one.
Okay.
All right. We get this one's actually quite like this one. We get an impersonator to imitate various historical figures, and if we can't guess who they are, they beat us with a weapon appropriate to the time period of their character.
I am so down to do a history corner though, where you get an impersonator of whoever we're talking, like an LBJ impersonator to zoom in, and we
get the
ask him,
LBJ and we ask him questions.
yeah,
Oh my
about
God.
his life, about his size, his shower
That would
preference.
be so good. That would actually be really
Just like a
funny.
hard-hitting interview.
with LBJ. Okay, I only have a couple more.
Okay.
We have to take the SAT every time before the podcast starts.
Okay, is this on camera or off camera?
Nah, I don't know.
Well, we're already smart enough. I mean, I don't know why you
We made
think
it.
that we have to like consistently have to keep taking the SAT.
Your your loose wrist knife handling is
really smart. We're
really
smart,
concerning me.
safe people who
Just please
know what they're
Please
doing.
put the fucking knife down, Jordan. You're
This
making
was
me
your suggestion.
So
This was
nervous.
your suggestion.
Around the
This
studio.
was your suggestion,
Don't-
Levi.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I was pointing the knife at Levi for our audio listeners.
You're not pointing it. You were
Throwing it.
near throwing it. Okay. I have two more. Live Twitch stream that cannot end until one of us either graduates from Yale or finishes a 9-month tour in Afghanistan.
We have to keep the live stream going like in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Okay, I like that idea.
that's
I still want to do the live stream. Audience, should we do a live stream where we keep live streaming until we hit 69 million subscribers?
Just for reference, we currently have 279.
So we will not stop the live stream until then. If there's enough buzz around it, if you people think that's a good idea, we will keep live streaming
We'll keep
until we
going.
hit 70 million.
Wow.
So
That's pretty serious.
Yeah.
And you know what I think would make it better is if, because we only film this podcast once a month, really, we can trade.
exactly, yeah.
So we don't have to be on camera all the time, just one of us.
yeah.
Just
So
one
let
of
us know what you think.
God.
We should cut off if we do a short of that. So let us know. Just pulls a knife out of nowhere. I would just like to say, I think the idea of like a knife salesman like showing off the knife, but every time he talks about it, he's brandishing the knife. He's like you do it. You take control of the knife. So
okay. So as you can see, this knife is the best one there is.
Yeah, I can
There's
see
no
that.
blade sharper than this one.
Can you keep it a bit away from me?
Oh, you got to get up close to see this guy.
I would like to see it if you could stop.
0.01 nanometers. You can slice and dice thin air with this baby.
If I could take a
Check
look,
it out.
I would like to.
Here.
But if you could.
Here.
Could I?
Here.
Could I have the knife?
Here.
Okay, it is a very nice knife.
I've got more.
It's like a convention. This is like the knife convention. It's like, so what you're gonna see around this convention, like lots of these other booths, they just throw their knives around willy-nilly. This knife, now let me tell you, this knife at the World Knife Convention, this is one of the
Hey guys, if anyone knows how to treat a laceration, go ahead and leave a comment below.
We don't know how to use Google. Welcome back to our virtual set. Welcome back to the original background, the OG.
The original background
Is
was
the couch.
Is the couch.
Should
Yeah.
we bring the couch in here at some point?
Dude,
That'd
wait,
be
we
so
should just
funny.
go take a picture of the couch and make that the background.
I'm down. We can do that.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
for a brief moment. All right. We are gonna do a little bit of. Should we react to some YouTube shorts first?
Oh yeah, let's pull up them YouTube shorts. Let's start with this one.
Okay.
Only people that love donuts will pass this test. Hold your breath in 3, 2, 1. Heart this video, click that plus sign by my picture, comment I love donuts, and share the video with a friend.
Comment I love donuts.
Oh god. Oh, I disliked it.
I love donuts.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Thank God we love donuts.
Wow. That is the
We almost
stupidest marketing
died.
tactic
We almost
ever.
just died.
Can you imagine if we did that? If we were like, if you like this video, if you like what's something everybody likes?
If you like Lyndon B. Johnson, only fans of Lyndon B. Johnson will survive this test. Everyone, hold your
What's-
breath on 3. 1, 2, 3. Take out your cock.
No. All right, let's do another one for the YouTube. Okay. If you love, oh god, what's something that everybody likes?
The police.
If you no, not everybody loves the police.
What?
Because obviously this is aimed for children. Like this is
Yes,
This
obviously.
is for kids. So if you're a kid, you'll pass this test.
If you're a
Hold
child.
your breath. Smash that like button. Subscribe.
It's a lot more.
If
it's
you
a-
are under the age of 9, we need your and change the short to say for kids. No comments on this one. YouTube algorithm, promote the hell out of this. We want our audience to be in the. I'm kidding. Please, children, do not watch us. We are firmly in the, I'd say 16 and up. I feel
That's
like
pretty good.
16 is the youngest I would be comfortable somebody watching this video.
You know, it actually is a little more nefarious when you think about it being aimed towards children and then them being like, hold your breath.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Like, only kids will pass this challenge.
Only children will pass this challenge.
Go under the sink. Grab a bottle. Like,
Turn
what?
on the garbage disposal.
Like, are you trying to hurt children? Oh
Yeah,
my god, it
just
makes
wacky.
me. And also the fact that it shows like an avatar
Wait,
right
okay.
thing.
Can we actually see what the channel is, though?
Yeah,
I mean, we don't have to show. We don't have
Let's
to
see
show
what
them.
this person
But I'm
is-
just curious. What do they
No,
do?
I don't care about not showing this person because I mean,
What are the videos that they make?
just random things. Is it a child? Oh god,
Oh, you know what it is? Oh,
is
That's
it
a
text to speech?
it's a sound. It's a sound that they're using and just putting their own video over it. But that doesn't excuse the person who made the sound.
It was a child.
It was
Oh,
a
the
child.
person who
Well,
made the
because
sound.
you know what it was is it's an adult who made the sound. The kid
Oh.
saw it, and then the kid was like, "I should do that for my video."
That's even worse.
So it just propagates. Yeah,
Kids use this.
kids use this sound. I need about 6 pairs. 6 pairs.
6 pairs of
I need a half
Children,
inch in the
look
waist.
up Lyndon B. Johnson ordering pants on YouTube.
Okay, if you're under the age of 24, go
We're awful.
Google Lyndon B. Johnson phone call and watch it with your parents. I'm honestly now I'm just caught up with the fact that we have a green screen and we haven't like filmed ourselves just saying and doing things so that we can let people on the internet just
You're
like
right.
put us in front of various things like this.
We have considered doing entire sketches and just releasing the green screen footage raw.
Just like
Just to
so
see
you
what
can
people
just
do with it.
See if someone wants to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I think we will eventually. Maybe we'll do that in like a year if we have a decent following, and we'll put it
Let's
on.
do it
like,
now. We will release raw green screen footage of doing anything you type in the comments. Just leave it down below. We will record ourselves doing it. You can use that footage for whatever you want.
Anything.
Let us know.
Anything you want,
Anything.
as long as we're clothed.
We're desperate. We have no writers. The SAG writers strike is still going on.
It's killing our podcast.
I'm on strike. You're on strike. We shouldn't even.
We shouldn't
here.
even be doing this.
We're not
This
in the
is-
Screen
oh my
Actors
God,
Guild.
We're
We're
scabs.
not in-
We're scabs.
We're industry plants. This is a great joke I told earlier that Levi. It's what was it again?
Do you think trees are industry plants?
Comment down below if you think trees are industry plants.
Shut up.
Okay,
All right.
let's do this next YouTube short.
I was at the convenience store and the black cashier lady was calling the black guy behind me racist for like the whole time. I was like checking out and then like
All right, first off, completely ripping off.
literally
Therapy
that's
Gecko.
literally just what Therapy Gecko
Yeah.
is.
So
Wait, check
I
the
mean,
comments. Did we
look,
already...
dude, look at that.
Yeah.
Therapy Gecko wannabe.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you making content if you can't be original?
Yeah, it's just like literally Therapy Gecko already does this.
Exactly. And God, stop seeing the Gex theme. It's
Yeah, yeah. And also like
also the like
who is that guy? Who is there's just like a random
there's
guy
just a random
at the very
guy,
end.
and oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Black people can shop at cashier
Anywhere they
like,
want,
Yeah, whatever.
so-
There can be black cashier ladies. I don't get why
Anyways,
that's funny.
it's just blatant copying.
just weird. Whatever.
Anyways, next
All right,
short.
Next short.
Are these people just reacting to content?
Literally, why? I don't. This is the problem with like today's social media. Is
They
that
can't even be
you
original.
can't create your own content.
just have to
Everyone's
criticize
like,
things, like-
React to you just react to content, and then
Exactly.
you react to more content. It's like just think of something on your own.
We're get over it. Make something original. Jesus.
Also, why would you even react to content like that? That's just
Yeah.
like you're just reacting to someone who's clearly stealing someone else's content.
Exactly.
Whatever.
It's blatant stealing.
Yeah.
Stealing is wrong. So
I don't know. Whatever.
awful YouTube shorts
Awful,
this time.
terrible. Okay.
Have you noticed that on like YouTube shorts? Like I've noticed this is a graph. Okay, everybody listen to this on YouTube shorts.
Okay, putting a graph
The
up here.
lower quality the video is, like the actual video, the more watermarks, the more pixels, the fewer pixels, the better the short does. So I think we should just absolutely degrade ourselves in this one.
Deep fried.
So, deep fried. Put on like really saturated filters. You know, like 6 watermarks. Getty images.
We're gonna turn ourselves 8-bit right now.
8-bit right now.
No.
We have like.
You're not even gonna be able to understand what we're saying.
It's just gonna be
I'm gonna
like
just put
wobbly
close,
woobly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put captions on, but nothing is gonna appear.
Please subscribe.
Okay,
Okay, that's good. I just wanted to do that one. Well, that was some fun. Do you have any YouTube shorts to share?
No, I put mine for next episode.
Next step? You wanna? We did a few for now. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do a little bit of improv.
Let's do a little improv.
Okay, we're back doing a little bit more improv to wrap up the episode. So
I hope you enjoyed our discussion.
Yeah, we did some unoriginal reaction content, and now we've
Yeah.
got to do something original
gotta
so
make
that
our
someone else can
real
react to it. You
Yeah.
know, you give a little, take a little. Anyways, we've got a series of ideas, and we're gonna do little 40-second improv.
Let's go.
right.
The first one that I want to do is spelling bee contestant is clearly cheating.
Okay. Your word is omnipotent.
Omnipotent. Can you use it in a sentence?
The villain was omnipotent with his glove of power.
Is it an adjective, noun, or verb?
It is an adjective.
All right. How do you spell it?
O-M.
Okay, wait. So it's O-M.
O-M. Wait. O-M-N-I. Wait a minute.
You got this wrong. It's actually N. Out of the context. The next contestant. The switching roles.
Wait a minute. Ad for DNA ancestry service that will let you choose your results.
Here at DNA Today, we like to give you the results that you want.
Not everybody wants to be 100% Irish Catholic, and with DNA Today, you don't have to.
We let you choose from a variety of different backgrounds.
Black, Asian, Hispanic, it's all in the cards now.
Exactly. With our new technology, you will tell us what your DNA is, and we will send you a certification which you can proudly display on your Zoom background.
And with your certification, you're safe from any backlash that might come as a result of using racial slurs in the workplace.
For example, I'm Asian. Dude, you did me dirty. You did me so dirty with that. I was waiting for you to say something.
Just like... Okay.
Oh, boy. Online scammer gets too into character.
And now, ma'am, you're going to want to cash in that gift card.
Oh, okay. 1 second. While I do this, what was your name again?
Oh, I'm Jonathan. You sound... Is that a Oklahoman accent?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Actually, my family is from Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah, my whole family. My mother Denise and my father Robert. They're all Oklahomans, and actually, I recently lost them to heart disease.
Really? Now, once I get the gift card code in here,
And,
what do
it
I?
was really hard not having them around anymore.
Right.
And
It's like a jump scare. 40 seconds is really...
40 seconds is like the perfect amount of time because I have no concept on how long it is. Doctor only knows medieval medical practices.
Right, sir. So we had to look at your sprained ankle.
Okay.
Right, and I'm just gonna sit you down here, and we're gonna start taking out some of your blood.
Are those leeches?
Yeah, no, there's some leeches. We're just trying to balance the 4 humors, so we can.
What are like the humor, like the bones, the humerus? Or?
No, the 4 humors. Like the 4 substances that come out of your body. I actually
What are like blood and what else?
blood, sinew. I don't quite.
Are those supposed to come out of my body?
Yeah, I mean, well, we have to take out the bad blood so we can start putting in the good blood.
Okay, and why?
Hang on, I'm gonna start burning some incense around here if you're okay with that.
And is there a reason that you have a giant saw over there?
Sir,
or
if
is
you
that...
could stop talking, I'm just trying to amputate your leg to take out the infection.
Oh, I see. Could we use penicillin?
Interview post Airbud's first basketball game.
Sir, how did you come up with the idea to put a dog on a basketball team?
Listen, Tim. I mean, these dogs, this is not just a dog. This is Airbud. And he's dribbling the ball all over the place. I think his cousin can fly or something. He's like a superhero. So this is really like a special dog.
And what do you say to the parents that are upset about their child not playing in the game because you put a dog in their place?
Well, I'd say to those parents, I believe that children and dogs should be treated the same.
Oh, are you? And you're not paying this dog anything, are you?
No. He's a mascot that also plays on the team.
Okay, and the dog isn't substance enhanced. He's just...
I'd like to pass on that question.
Oh, okay.
This
Okay.
next one.
All right, let's do home improvement.
Okay, on the timer now.
Well, as you can see, we've completely demolitioned your kitchen.
Yeah.
And in place, you can see, is a princess castle.
Right. It looks like there's nothing there. I'm a bit confused.
And now it's a dragon's den.
I thought this was home improvement. I thought you were supposed to be improving my home. What's going on here?
No, this is improv meant.
What do you mean it's home improv? What did you do to my stuff? What did you do to my kitchen?
Well, no, it's all there if you can only imagine.
No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Where did you put all of my pots and pans? Like
Now
I'm
we're
freaking
on
out.
the high seas.
You charged me for this.
Yarg.
Jeez, where's
Uh-oh, look out. Blackbeard's here.
where's my wife and kids? Where did you put them?
Uh-oh. Better check beneath the 7 seas.
Oh, it's literally just a kitchen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now we're on the moon.
Okay, you can't just list locations and say that's improv. That was fun.
Thanks so much again for tuning in, and we will see you all
In close contact.
Dude, it feels like I'm riding a wire fence right now.
Leave some space for my bunghole.
Where my nuts hang.